I did fight the system. I continued to fight with the Judge McVeigh in the courtroom. I did get the media involved to a point where, in the end, because things just didn't add up. They didn't make sense. Why would they let me go to the Hamptons and teach tennis to 250 kids tennis and then say it was child abuser? When I feel that the system in Maricopa County was the one that was abusing my child. They were taking away the time from myself and my daughter as a single mother. By this time I had lost my tennis career because the two probation officers, when I came back from the Hamptons, said I couldn't teach tennis to children ever again. I could never vote. I was a felon 5 child abuser for the rest of my life. I had to report to all employers that I was a child abuser. And I'm somebody that had been teaching tennis to children since I was 15. I started teaching tennis. I was a USPTA certified tennis pro. And this is all for leaving my kid 2 minutes to walk up to my neighbors in the middle of the afternoon with a cell phone. I now have lost, in a matter of like a blink of an eye, I've lost my entire career. My daughter, who I love very much to this day, she went to work with me every day. I can't teach tennis. I have these 2 women that are telling me that I can't teach tennis anymore. I can only teach adults. And the adults I teach, I have to tell them I'm a child abuser. And this was part of my plea that I could, I didn't have to. So my first probation violation was that I didn't have a full-time job. Well, I couldn't get a job because I'm a felon. And Michael McVeigh, the judge, the one that dropped my case, threw me in jail for not having a full-time job, threw me in tent city for 12 days. I'm less than 100 pounds, and it's freezing, pretty cold at night. First thing I did was get sick. I'm dehydrated. There's very little water in there, Kool-Aid. The food is unedible. The health standards are horrible. The girls it's rougher than you would ever see in any prison of anything. And I know that the reputation is you do the crime, you do the time. I don't know who wants to ever see, most of those people are probation violations. And it's nearly, like I'm telling my story, it's nearly impossible to make it through probation. In Maricopa County, I had 3 probation violations. By the time this was a year later. I tried to do everything possible. My parents moved out to make it through probation. You can't be at 3 places at the same time on probation requirements. They wanted me to be at my full-time job. They wanted me to be in their office for a meeting. This in one of the probation violations, and at one of the mental health testings. And how can one person be at three places at the same time? And boom, they'd throw me in jail. The next one I had on tape. I had they said I could go down to Florida, and they had put it on my answering machine phone. Sure, go ahead. You can go to Florida. Well, I had my plane ticket. They had a home visit. I had an attorney present. I went to Florida. I came back, and Deb Jones, my probation officer, you're going to jail for the month of May. That's 30 days in Tent City. $10,000 later, I had to hire a new lawyer. I spent 8 days out of the 30. It was very, very hot in Tent City. Once again, it's rough in Tent City. In the tents, it's like Sheriff Joe says, 138 degrees. He went in with a thermometer. That's pretty inhumane. I was there. There's brown recluses. There was a dead mice in a Lamo bag. The food is moldy. It's expired. Did I deserve to be in jail in Tent City? I don't think so. I don't believe I did a crime that rough to deserve any of. I don't think a lot of those people deserve any kind of this torture. Some crimes out there deserve maybe a child molester, abuser, a rape of a child, a sick crime. But for this kind of treatment, what I saw in Tent City, Australia jail, the food, the sickness, the health treatment, the mental abuse is beyond words, which we will be showing in a movie, Backspin, in the graphics and the visions, hopefully soon to be seen in a trailer. We will be released coming 2010. We'll actually be able to show you all people in the world that this happens right here in Maricopa County. The health standards and the medical treatment with the extreme temperatures ranging anywhere from I think it can get pretty cold and pretty hot in the fights and in the DOs and the trained people. And where are your taxpayers' money going? You want to be shown where the taxpayers' money is going. I'm not sure that you want to see exactly the human treatment of what you're about to see. Is pretty inhumane.